What's the point, Katie Kate, when 50 years from now, the tractors, the machines are gonna roll in, they're gonna level this whole place, the suburbs are gonna go up. It's not going to matter. So what's the point? Hey guys, it's Katie Kate on the Homestead. A very overcast day here in the country. So I'm just moving slowly this morning. I thought I would take this opportunity to shoot a little story time about checking out my feelings on society and culture and why I personally have chosen to step away. I've been pretty hard at work around here over the past week, and doing a job like stripping 100 cedar posts certainly gives a lot of time for the wheels in the noggin to spin. I've had a lot of time to reflect on some of the topics I've been thinking about. There are a lot of layers to this onion, so let's unpack. These are not my original thoughts. This is my interpretation of other things that I've been reading. Something that I read recently that I found very interesting is that there are two ways to enslave people. The first way is how we would typically interpret that, with shackles, with a jail cell, where you enslave someone, you force them to work for you, and all you have to do is provide shelter, food, and police the situation. The second way to enslave someone is to give them freedom, to tell them that the harder they work, the more they can achieve, to dangle a shiny carrot, and people will enslave themselves. They will chain themselves to desks and work like monkeys for hours and hours and hours. They will log overtime for the benefits of more work, and they will pay for their own food and their own shelter. Give them freedom, and they will enslave themselves. It's really quite genius, very corrupt, but genius. The longer I am away from the day in, day out of my old life, the more systemic the corruption seems to be. Please forgive the cynicism that I will express here. It is just a part of going down this line of thinking. So the carrot is shined when our perceptions of reality are shaped in every conceivable way. So we are shaped by media and propaganda, the images that we're flooded with constantly. A culture that values busyness, being convinced that we need things that we really don't need, and therefore we work harder and harder so that we can achieve them. Using competition and comparison to motivate us in ways that are not the healthiest. Chasing money really is a trap. And I've said this many times in my life. If you live for money, when will you have enough? And the answer is, you never will have enough. There will always be a shinier carrot. I think this leads to being motivated by fear rather than achievement ultimately, because we achieve things and then we live in fear of losing them. People are motivated by the fear of not having enough, the fear of not having their basic needs met as it trickles down. And what about those who just flat out refuse to participate in any way? The outcast, the homeless, the drug addicted, people who are not considered contributing members of society because perhaps they look around and just don't want to contribute. I just watched a social commentary on homelessness, and the language was just so insulting. calling people degenerates and worthless and useless, and again, not contributing, when maybe there is a more systemic cause to why they don't or are unable to participate. In my life, I've seen that there are many ways to live. When I was backpacking overseas, I realized that there are people who are professional travelers and they're skilled at life and they just travel their whole life. They go from country to country, city to city. They work really casual labor. Maybe they make music on the street. Maybe they juggle or they busk or they braid hair or do whatever it is that needs to be done to earn enough money just to travel. That's a whole lifestyle. Then there are homesteaders like me. Now, I'm not completely checked out. I played by the rules to get here. I still contribute. I pay property taxes. I still would go get a casual job if I needed extra money. I am not checked out to the level that I know other people are. I'm really not claiming to be as much courage as I might have being out here. I don't have those kind of balls. Whether you're a personal trainer like I was, or perhaps a teacher in the education system, really, we are just contributing to the machine. We may feel in service in that we are helping people to mitigate living in this corrupt system, but really we are perpetrating just more of the same. It's a powerful thing to control people, and you better believe that somebody's invested in it. They control the entire infrastructure, from the food we eat, our supply chain, our education system. We've got big pharma curing us from sickness that's being caused by this fucked up situation. And then they convince us that it's all for our best good. Here's that cynicism I was talking about. Freedoms start to unravel a little bit at a time. There's documentation and paperwork and legalities and hoops you have to jump through, and it's a little dystopian. We get that big brother intervention, and of course it's just looking out for us, keeping us safe. So here I am stewarding 5 acres of land, trying to bring it back to life, to beautify it. And what's the point, Katie Kate, when 50 years from now, the tractors, the machines are going to roll in, they're going to level this whole place, the suburbs are going to go up, it's not going to matter. So what's the point? The point is that this machine is going to roll forward long after I am gone, and all that I can do is focus on my own quality of life and trying to find some purpose and meaning with the time that I have left. I'm sorry, but once I'm gone, this is all behind me. This is not some great legacy that I am leaving to my future grandchildren. I really couldn't care less. Right now, this is about carving out purpose and meaning for myself with the time that I have left in this precious life. Okay, well, that's it for today, guys. Feel free to elaborate, share your own experiences, and we'll keep peeling back the layers. I'm gonna finish up my second cup of coffee and start to figure out what I'm gonna do around here for today. I think it's going to be a lot of cleaning up, just hoping that the mosquitoes aren't gonna be too bad. Until next time, happy, healthy living. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe, staying kind. I'm Katie Kate on the Homestead, and I'll see you later.